Hi guys, and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We'll be taking on Kilmarnock in just a second in the Scottish Premiership, but first of all let's do a little roundup of the league where we're sitting. We're on 44 points at the moment, ahead of Celtic, who are back on 35. They obviously have a game in hand which appears to be against bottom side St Johnstone, so they'll probably win that, but even that would only bring it back to 6, which is a good lead, closing on a halfway point in the season. We'll have a chance actually just now to make it 12 points before Celtic play at Falkirk City Stadium tomorrow. So without further ado, let's do that. We've never lost to Killie. We've got 2 draws and we've beaten them 9 times. They're in poor form and they're missing a couple of players, Kilty, Abdo, Phillips and Vidalgo. So basically let's just go and do the business here. In terms of the team, I don't think we want to switch anyone around. I was toying with Edouard starting for Morelos. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the big man in. Morelos has been a bit patchy recently, so we'll put the big man in. So that gives a team of Fulton, Byram, Cardoso, Wallace, Borthwick Jackson, McGinn, Cataldi, Houston, Henderson, Afif and Odsonne Edouard. And that will indeed be the lineup today. As we take on Killie at Ibrox, it should be a relatively routine win here. 4-2-3-1 from them. They're playing young Ryan Caddis as well, who is now considered to be a good signing. He's developing quite well there, but I think he's probably just a little too old now. 19 years of age. Will be turning 20 next October, so still a while to develop. Good pace, lots of acceleration there, very quick, but technically just seems to be lacking a little bit. I think he's lacking a bit of development. He's 19 years of age and he's only played, what, a handful of games? Maybe if he keeps playing for Killie he'll develop. And we might take a look at him then, but not just now. So we're favourites for a reason, go out and show everybody why. Fulton and Cardoso liking it. Opposition instructions handled by Bert Contman as usual. And we'll encourage the team like we always do. Cataldi, nice long pass to Houston. Can we get into them early? Houston whips a ball in, it's deflected for a corner. Don't see much coming of this corner, but it's a good positive start, getting forward in the right through Jordan Houston. Oh, something might come of it. McGinn puts it in. Way by Nelson. Houston takes it down. Finds himself some room, stands it up. A FIFA. No, apparently nothing coming of that one. Presumably a FIFA was beaten to the ball there. And now it is another corner. A Afif to take this one. Cardoso can't win the header. Henderson takes it down. Fires it. Jesus, just wide of the post from Liam Henderson. Hit with some serious intent there. Oh, I was going to tell him to push forward, but we'll wait to see what happens here. Short one from the keeper. Nelson. Nobraga. Oh, he's lost it. Edouard didn't take it in his stride though. Has to go out to Byram, but at least we have possession. Byram fires it in. Sees McGinn. McGinn squares it for Edouard. Oh my days, what a goal that is. What a ball from Byram to find McGinn getting into the space, and then McGinn draws the defender, squares it, and Edouard makes no mistake. A good solid finish. Undabarena, McKenzie, Frizzell. Right, come on guys, don't just give this away. That's far too much space for McKenzie. Whips it in. Oliver gets across his man. Jesus Christ. Demand more. That was really poor. Defensively really poor. Really poor by Murray Wallace letting Gary Oliver get across him, and really poor by Borthwick Jackson not picking up McKenzie. Schoolboy stuff. Taylor throws it to Undabarena. Odsonne Edouard nicking it again. He's certainly determined on this start. Nice flick to Houston. Henderson moves it. Nice one to Edouard. He's got McGinn. Hit it, son. Oh, it's a poor effort from McGinn. Cuspios for Kilmarnock there in goal with a relatively routine save. James Vincent having to go off injured. Come on, let's give us something here. Let's get some action before half time. Back to the keeper. Launched. Should be picked up by a defender. Borthwick Jackson. Cushion to Cataldi. A thief. Right, go on, son. No, go the other way. We're shooting the other way. Byram. Houston. Take on your man, Jordan. No, pings it into Cataldi. What a pass though. Cataldi for a thief. Square it. Squares it. Finish it, Houston. Yes. Lovely. Well done, Houston. Good play of thief as well. Nice. We get the lead again before half time. Now let's keep it this time. Let's not give it right back. Well, we've lasted longer already than we did last time. Sam Byram picks up a yellow card. Wallace and Cardozo both have been poor today, as has Liam Henderson according to the stats here. I'm just going to tell them calmly to not get complacent. Afif looks stressed. Well, tough. I'm going to throw Tim Gallagher in for Henderson since Henderson's not playing well. Young Gallagher, we've got huge hopes for Tim Gallagher as an attacking midfielder just in behind the striker. He's done really well recently, faltered a little bit when he was asked to step up against better opposition, but considering Henderson's been poor today, we might as well throw the young man in. As Frizzell finds Wilson and Gary Oliver dragging Cardoso away out of position, back to Cissé, Undabarena. Come on, good pressing. Take it. Go on, Gallagher. Brilliant, young man. Edward now, he's going to smash this, isn't he? Hits it, deflects. Oh, I thought that might have just deflected beyond the keeper there. But well done, Tim Gallagher. Good start, tenacious, pressing, hounding, winning it back, playing a good ball. As long as we get out here with the 3 points, not much else matters. A performance would be nice, but the 3 points is all that matters now. We'll bring on Barjonas for Cataldi there. And I think we'll make another sub now. We're in the last 15. We'll throw Morelos in. See if he can't do something to win back his place in the first 11. But here's Frizzell now. It's into Oliver. Lots around him. Good save, Fulton. Defenders, lots of defenders around him, but none of them did enough. And we're still on the edge a little bit here. They'd like us to press forward and get another goal. Well, considering we've only got 3 minutes left in the game, I'm just going to tell them to tighten up. And now that we've done that, I'm just going to try and contain the result. Let's just make sure we don't lose anything stupid late on. 10 seconds to go. Cissé with the throw in. It should end now 2-1 to Rangers. Wilson moves it to Fisher. Stands it up. Wallace away well. Barjonas flicks it on. That should be time. And it is indeed 2-1 to Rangers. Not exactly a fantastic performance, but we come away with the 3 points. Well done, lads. Good win. I could have told them it was a disappointing performance, but I just want to keep morale up just now. We're so close to the break, the winter break. We just want to get the 3 points, get into the break. And look at this, Dominic Lydon, a 9.4, 2 assists and a goal for Peterhead. How does he look? 19 years of age? Nah, he's never going to make it at Rangers. Nah, he's done really well for Peterhead as well, but he's not going to make it at Rangers. He's physically gifted, but that's it. It's a shame because he's done well in his loan spell. Let's see how everyone else does. Peyton does poorly, as you can see, it's 5 as Alva lose 5-4. Jay Duncan, who's playing for the other side for Stenhousemuir, did well as they grab 5. How does he look? 18 years of age. He looks pretty decent actually. Very physically gifted. He's got a wee bit more about himself technically, and he's a bit younger than Lydon, so maybe he could have a future. David Fopala with a goal and an assist as Livy draw 2 each with Queen of the South. Gareth Harris plays okay for Stirling Albion as they go down to Berwick. What does he look like? Another young winger, 19. Nah, he's not going to make it. Ross McCrory, bang average as County beat Motherwell. Robbie McCrory, bang average as Partick go down to Wraith. Marco Milanese very poor actually as Partick go down to Wraith. And Nicky Hograth, the Wraith goalkeeper, very poor even though they beat Partick. Interesting one that. Danny Finlayson does well as Morton beat Dunfermline. Isaac Ahmed does okay. Mark Winus is poor even though Annan beat Clyde. Dapple Mabudi is poor as Hamilton go down at Pittodrie. David Bates plays very well at Easter Road as Ayr get a credible 1-1 against Hibs. Where are Ayr? They're still, but they're 9 points clear of St Johnstone. That is not to be sniffed at there. They're only one. Actually, they're only behind Falkirk in goal difference. So let's see how are Celtic going to get on at the Falkirk Stadium. Hopefully Bednarchek can chip in with a goal or two and Falkirk can get something off them. That would just be the late Christmas present we want here on December 27th. Falkirk Celtic, go on Falkirk. Oh well, I bet Bednarczyk scored the one goal. No, he certainly did not. How did the game go down? It was 1-0 Celtic, then it was 2-0 Celtic, then it was 2-1, but ultimately they were never really going to be causing them too much trouble. So it's back to 9 points with Celtic having the one in hand. I don't know when they're actually scheduled to play that. Let's have a little look, see if we can. Oh, Fabio Cardoso wants to leave and join Roma. I want to tell him it's all hypothetical. There's no point in discussing it until a bid comes in. It's all hypothetical. Thank God he's accepting that. See, Cardoso now, we have put this asking price of 20 million on him, and Roma, Stoke and Southampton are still interested. I think we might be able to cash in big time on Cardoso if we get bids. He's a good player, he's a good defender, I'm not going to say he's not, but at the end of the day, Ivanildo Fernandez is just as capable, I think. We could take the money for Cardoso and get Fernandez and Murray Wallace in there. We've not got Europe to worry about, so we can definitely win the treble getting rid of Cardoso. So I would definitely take some good bids there. A nice bidding war would be nice, so we can get them up like 25 million. However, we were going to look at Celtic's game in hand when that's going to be played. So they play Dundee United while we play Dundee. They play St Johnstone while we play Hamilton. And on the 5th they're away at St Johnstone at McDermott Park. So that's it, on the 5th. Okay, oh, who's this young man? James Boothby for Huddersfield. Whoa, he looks a player at only 17 years of age at left back. If we could get him, let's make an inquiry. Start putting out feelers for this January window. As we approach that Dundee game, it's about time to start getting the scouting and the bids going out and stuff coming out of this January window. We definitely want to improve. Fodringham was going to Derby County. Might want to bring in. Might want to recall somebody actually. Might want to recall Robbie McCrory or something like that. Huddersfield reject the Boothby bid. Fair enough. We'll just keep our eye on him going forward. I think his development there will probably be stunted though. David Bates playing okay, even though Ayr conceded 3. So I think what we also want to do, obviously with this being the January window, is have a look at who's out of contract. We've been very, very successful bringing in people who are going to be out of contract. People like Borthwick Jackson, Byram, McGinn, players like that. We've done very well. Odsonne Edouard as well, of course. We've got a lot of players from them being out of contract, so we want to take a look at that. We won't do it in this episode, of course. This is about getting these 3 games played: Kelly, Dundee and Hamilton. I'll do a little episode, a shorter episode in between the Hamilton game and the Celtic game, just so we can see the transfer targets we're thinking about, that kind of thing, because I got some feedback that people enjoyed actually seeing the transfer processes, where there's the way I done it in season 1 and 2. Essentially I just did all that off screens, but people seem to like to see it, so I'll show a little bit of that. So for Dundee, Cammy Smith and Aaron Namani are both out, with Ryan Williams a doubt. Dundee beat us twice and earned 2 draws against us, but we've beaten them 8 times, so definitely obviously a much superior record. And we want to continue that going up to Dens Park. Stephen Presley is actually the Dundee manager, which is quite interesting. I think it's going to be an unchanged side today of Fulton, Byram, Cardoso, Wallace, Borthwick Jackson, McGinn, Cataldi, Houston, Henderson, Afif and Odsonne Edouard. 4-2-3-1 as well from Dundee. Assertively, we should be winning this without any problem at all. Let's make sure they know what's expected of them coming up here to Dens Park. Well, that's hardly an exciting opening 15 minutes. Young Ryan Caddis scoring for Kelly there, I see. Keep my beady eye on him. I suppose the positive is that the other Dundee side are holding the other Old Firm side. Baines ball right over the top. Macaulay pokes it towards goal. Ian Fulton makes the save, but one of the centre backs has to take command of that situation, I'm afraid. Cardoso flicking that forward. Houston can't get there though. Freer for Dundee, playing it for Macaulay again. Gets in between the centre backs again. Fulton gets it away and Cardoso can clear. I think in that situation it's more on Murray Wallace to watch Macaulay. And Lindsay has put Celtic ahead of Dundee United. Vast improvement needed in the second half here. Yuri Tielemans has made it 2-0 to Celtic, and Dundee have just managed to get all the way through the half, conceding absolutely zero chances to us. Not good. We're going to have to put them on blast here at half time. Dressing room aggressive, not happy. Let's go O'Halloran for Byram. We'll drop back Houston. We'll tell them to push forward. We can't just let this peter out without having any chances. Here we go. Fulton. Kick it long to Big Oddson. Now he's going for McGinn apparently out there. That was weird. Houston. Henderson. Nice touch. Looking around. Has time and space. Picks it McGinn, who loses it to Spence. Really poor from McGinn. Gandhi finds Kerr and Buckley now. Don't you dare hit it over the top. Gandhi, it's a loose touch and we still didn't take that. Spence now pokes it for Buckley. It's well tracked in fairness by Borthwick Jackson, but we just look off it today. Just a simple pass. There you go to Murray Wallace. Cataldi has space, rolls it forward to Odsonne Edouard. Right, come on people, run beyond him. Edouard goes all the way back to Cardoso. And then it's the big centre-back Cardoso who can find a pass into some space. Afif, though, a terrible effort at crossing it. Deflects to Baxter. Now Gandhi, Macaulay goes early. It goes to Buckley. Macaulay now has a runner from midfield and Spence. Cardoso's all over the shop. Spence is there. Should be too wide an angle. Too tight an angle, pardon me. And Fulton makes a save, but we need a change. Haksabanovic is coming on for Afif here. I'm going to just leave it at that at the moment, but major improvement needed here. 40 minutes still left to win this one, but at the moment Dundee look the only side who could win it. Although O'Halloran running now towards the box, get a good ball in, they're queuing up, O'Halloran squares it, and it's headed away. How can we not turn that into a goal? There's about 3 of them queuing up back stick and he floats it in, just roll it across. Right, Henderson, Borthwick Jackson puts it in on his wrong foot. Header away. Come on, Houston. Volleys it back in quickly. Gandhi away. Wallace completes it. Houston's going to pick it up again. We just don't look like we've got the quality today. Although that's quality there. Houston. O'Halloran whips a good ball in. Edouard flicks it on. Haksabanovic is there. And it's Syed Haksabanovic. Thank God for that. On for Akram Afif. Flicked on by Odsonne Edouard. Pokes it into the back stick. It is 1-0 Rangers. Just when I was beginning to wonder if it would come. It took him a minute from being introduced to score as that goal. Houston to Henderson now. Back to Houston. Can he angle it in? He can. Haksabanovic down. O'Halloran. Can he quite get there? Nick it. O'Halloran nicks it. Squares it. Edouard. There you go. 2-0. Odsonne Edouard. And the same change is going to happen again. Tim Gallagher is coming on for Liam Henderson. Henderson's been disappointing recently after playing so well for so many years for us. I suppose at least it lets young Gallagher get some football, looking on the bright side, but we can't rely on young Gallagher against the likes of Celtic, who have just went 3-0 up through Yuri Tielemans again. They come to Ibrox right after the break, and Lewis Morgan, the real life Celtic boy, has scored for Dundee United. Makes it 3-1, but Celtic will be winning that game by 2 goals, as will we by the looks of it up here at Dens Park. Makes it 2 for 2 so far in this episode before we go to New Douglas Park against Hamilton next time. Cardoso to O'Halloran. Can we possibly even get a third here? 3 minutes of added time left. McGinn forward to Edouard. Takes it down nicely. Hopefully, I'd like young Tim Gallagher to do something here other than let it hit off his heels. Wallace over the top. Edouard is there. Gallagher's arriving in the middle. Can he find him? Edouard deserves the cross. He stands it up. It's going to Haksabanovic. And it is 3-0. It's 2 from Haksabanovic. And in January, another thing I'm going to be looking to do is try and secure this boy. He's on loan currently from West Ham, I believe, but I'm going to look to see if we can't tie up a deal because he's looked so good. Had a tricky start. He wasn't looking that great at the start, but he's come onto a game now after he's settled in. Gallagher to Borthwick Jackson. It should just about be time now. Ball whipped in, goes out of play, and that should be that. And that is that. Scott Bain won't even get to take the goal kick. I'm going to passionately tell them I'm very pleased. It was a good, solid performance when we eventually made the breakthrough. Celtic winning their game 3-1, of course. And Bednarczyk playing okay as Falkirk beat Hamilton. We're being linked with vacancies which we aren't going to be interested in. And it is onwards and upwards to the Hamilton game now. A Afif wins Footballer of the Year, Asian Footballer of the Year. Good for you, son. Very good for you. What is he? He's Qatari, that's right, isn't he? What does he speak? I'm just curious if he speaks Arabic. He does, he's fluent in Arabic, alright. Yes, he's firmly deserved. He's looked so good recently. He's worth £4.3 million now, and he's became a key player in the team. Of course, recent performances, you question that a little bit. Haksabanovic starting to come to the forefront. Real Betis actually wanting Akram Afif. Who was behind him? Usami at Krasnodar, who's pretty decent and worth way too much money to be interested. And Kamada from Augsburg, who we don't really know much about. Let's scout him, why not? He's popped up, let's have a wee scout of him. And actually we'll speak with Afif just to say congratulations, it's been a good year, thanks boss, absolutely. Dynamics, does he like us? He does like us, holds us in the highest regard as manager, of course. Of course, that's because we plucked him for the Job Centre to make him a top player. Training reports for McGinn and Henderson positive, good, good. And Henderson, so he's playing poorly, Henderson, but training well. It's an interesting one. Dominic Lydon, third in Young Player of the Month for League 2. Jordan Houston wins Player of the Month. Nice. Not even Young Player of the Month, just Player of the Month. Oh, actually wins both of them. Congratulate him on Player of the Month. Thanks, boss. I've worked hard this month. Nice seat pay off. And we can't congratulate him on the other one. And we are Manager of the Month, despite that 5-1 loss to Dundee. Look how many games we played in December. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in December. That's nuts, man. That's a game every 4 days for an entire month. It's Wes Fodringham to join Derby County. Be a little sad to see him go. McGinn wants to know why we let Fodringham leave. He wasn't the only leader, I'm confident he won't be missed. I hate that, they moan about that far too much. Wes Fodringham, yeah, he's a decent goalkeeper, but not worth signing, not as good as Ian Fulton apparently. Now we need to bring someone up to replace him. I suppose it would be Liam Kelly then. 24-year-old Liam Kelly can come up, do a little shift for a little while as a sub goalkeeper behind young Ian Fulton. How's he training this month? A couple of things going up a little bit. His development is a lot slower, I think, just because he's a goalkeeper, of course. Goalkeepers able to play like well into their 30s, they tend to develop a lot slower. Every now and then you get a freak like Courtois or something who's amazing when he's like 19. Oh, and we have our first bid for Cardoso coming from Southampton. I will guess it's in the region of about 9.5 or something. Some insulting bid. 11. It's not quite insulting. This after league appearances thing does nothing for me. Let's just take everything out. Let's be like, nah pal, 20 million. See if they still want him. They are willing to negotiate, giving us more of a percentage of the profit. I think we want to ask for 15 with 5 coming in installments. See what they say. I don't think they're going to give us high enough. Let's go 12.5. Sorry, 12 with 5.5 in instalments with a total of 17.5. Nah, they don't really want to pay much per league appearance. No, I'm not interested in any of that. I only want money, flat money, right? This is the final. 10 with another 6. And that'll be a 16 million value. They're accepting that. Okay, so that'll be a £16 million fee for Cardoso, which I think is good business. I think that is good business indeed. What's his wage? 22.5. 22.5 is quite a low wage actually for a 4-star player, but a £16 million fee is pretty good. Okay, so we can change season expectations to be winner, whereas now we've just come second. We get a little bit extra wage budget. Nah, you're alright. Let's just keep the expectation as is. Vaclav Cherny to Rangers is a rumoured deal. We'll scout him, why not? Let's look a little bit at scouting just now before we play the game. Mainly I'm just going to check the transfer list. We have 36 million and 60k free, so that will go up again if we sell Cardoso. So we're doing quite well in terms of the money we had. Right, transfer list. Tammy Abraham, 8.25. I mean, he's a striker, which we don't really need. Morelos and Edward are holding it down well. You know, there's nobody there who I'm really enthused about. They're okay players. Do you know what I mean? They're decent enough, but there's nobody there that really stands out to me. Mattiello maybe would if we didn't have Jordan Houston already playing there, and Sam Byram. Derlis Gonzalez, interesting, who had a good loan season with us a couple of years back. Listed by Augsburg for £4 million. What did they pay for him? He went for free to Augsburg. Wow. Yeah, I still don't think I'm going to get him. 4 seems quite expensive for a player who's not on top form. Marcelo from Real Madrid. Aye, watch me. Nah, I mean, there's a lot of decent players, like Will Hughes, for example, is a good player. But we're more than covered in centre and midfield, so I don't feel like we need him either. Dimitri Payet. 33-year-old Dimitri Payet. I don't think we need any of these guys. If we want to clear it though, and we want to look at players who, in fact, Shea Ojo listed is interesting. 91 he got before when we scouted him. Let's get a fresh scout report and see if he's worth taking a go on at 6.5 million. And let's also make an inquiry to West Ham about Haksabanovic. And I also want to look at contract expiring. Actually, let's edit that. Contract expire, yeah, within 6 months. Lucas Spaldis looks a decent striker, but no really interest. We just have a little scouting players here. Cameron Carter-Vickers, is he any good? He looks pretty decent actually. LA Galaxy have a bid in for him already. Let's see if he'll talk to us. He could be a replacement possibly for Cardoso. We're not going to look to strengthen anything or any of that business, son. Let's just... Nah, he's not going to come, I don't think. We'll put this up to key player and see. Nah, it's fine. He wants one of those stupid things. I think their demands are quite ridiculous on that sometimes. Izquierdo, possibly have a look at him as well, the Colombian. Could get him at the end of contract. But I'm not going to throw too much of a lot of that scouting work off screen, but that's basically just the process. It's just about raking through. Sometimes you can send your scouts out on assignments and they do well. I generally do that if we don't have a lot of scouting knowledge, or if I'm at a level where I won't know the players. So if I'm in like League 2 or something like that, I will send scouts out just to see what there's there. But as we are, I think it's perfectly capable just looking through lists like that myself. Dundee United want Zach Rudden, first team player, now rotation. Fine, he'll still get more games as a rotation player than he's going to get here. Liam Kelly, we're not going to loan him out now. Steve Ramsey, fine. I don't even know who Steve Ramsey is. And it's finally time for that Dundee United game. Celtic are playing St Johnstone twice, aren't they? Yeah, in a number of days they're playing them twice. But we're playing Hamilton. Dapple Mubudi ineligible, of course. Javier Thomas out. Scott McMahon doubtful. And Ronan Hughes doubtful. Martin Canning is still their gaffer. He's beaten us once, got 2 draws and lost to us 9 times. Murray Wallace looking tired, so we'll bring in Ivanildo Fernandez. A couple of players actually looking tired with the schedule. McGinn can come out for Barjonas. Borthwick Jackson can replace Murray Wallace on the bench, and then actually Dimitri Mitchell can play. Everybody else, I think. How's Byram? Byram's in good shape. I think we'll start O'Halloran ahead of Houston, but Houston can come on as an impact sub perhaps. We'll pop Ryan Jack on the bench instead of John McGinn. So that leaves us with a lineup of Fulton, Byram, Cardoso, Fernandez, Mitchell, Barjonas, Cataldi, O'Halloran, Henderson, Afif and Edward. And of course Barjonas is going to be a deep lying playmaker. I hope Mitchell can step right back into it today. He's been without a game for a while. 4-1-4-1 from Hamilton today. Again, we're going to assertively remind them we expect nothing but a win. Odsonne Edouard motivated by that. And we're looking to go 3 for 3 in this episode. It would be nice as well if we could do it in more convincing fashion than we did against Dundee. A nice early goal here. Let's not make us sweat for too long, please, boys. Skondras throwing it in. Cataldi's header away. Back to Skondras though. Daham flicks it. Oh, that's a nice ball. But what a challenge by Henderson. He's clearly got something to prove. Obviously doesn't like being hooked for Tim Gallagher all the time. Edward holds it up well. He seems to be bringing that more to his game now. Edward holding it up well. Whereas previously the ball wouldn't stick to him. Cataldi holds it up. O'Halloran. First time. A good save. And Claudio has actually put St Johnstone ahead with a penalty. I don't think that'll hold. I think the 5th minute's too early for that, but who knows? Be a shock result. Be an unexpected help if they could hold on to that lead. And it'd be that Claudio has caused us so many problems. Mitchell, Afif, Edward. Should have O'Halloran there. Docherty pinches it off him after me saying he's done well to hold it up recently. O'Ware looks over the top for Koulibaly. It's a good ball actually. Byram should beat him to it. Doesn't. Don't bring him down. He's got no help. Koulibaly now holds it up better than Edward did there. Hallery's shot. Oh, come on. He waits till Fodringham's away to come up with one of them, doesn't he? Ian Fulton, an absolute howler at his near post. And Andy Hallery, of all people, scores for Hamilton. Barjonas, well there you go, Barjonas whips it in and Cardoso scores. Could be his farewell game today. Fabio Cardoso, it's a lovely equaliser. And let's push them on to try and get that second goal before half time. Still 1-0 St Johnstone. Claudio's 5th minute penalty still what separates the teams down there at Parkhead. 1-1 here, sadly, in Hamilton. Gonna have to look for somebody else coming on. I think I'm going to take Byram off for Jordan Houston. We can get Houston and O'Halloran combining down the right. Aggressively not good enough because you're not winning. Afif is stressed. You know what? Let's pull him for Haksabanovic at the same time since he's moaning. Houston on for Byram. Let's hopefully can get more out of the wingers here. Afif and O'Halloran didn't offer much, but I think with Houston offering assistance to O'Halloran, it'll help O'Halloran shine a little bit too. Next sub we're looking at is Cataldi for Jack as Sobiek equalises for Celtic. Hallery delivers a free kick, header away well by Fernandez. Henderson picks it up, holds it. Good ball out to Houston. Right, run Houston. Nah, we've taken too long there. It's no longer a counter attack, it's just a basic attack. Henderson out to Mitchell. Rolls it into Barjonas. Nice play. Hamilton no taking the bait so much. They're not really running at us. They're not really closing down so much. Haksabanovic into Henderson. Nice build up. Barjonas terrible though. Docherty gets it to Koulibaly. Back to O'Ware. Over the top again. He clearly fancies himself a Pirlo type, doesn't he? It was only to Ian Fulton that time. He kicks it long towards O'Halloran. Flick on. Edward misses it. Goes to Henderson though. It's going to be a long ranger, isn't it? It is. Oh, and it hits a post. I thought that was going to be a waste of an effort there from Henderson, but it wasn't far away. And Jake Watongo has scored at Celtic Park for 2-1. We'll push the boys forward here. I think we're going to take Cataldi out. He's just too tired at the minute. We're going to bring in Gallagher. We'll drop Henderson back to be alongside Burjonas there. He can play deep lying playmaker. They can both be deep lying playmakers just now, in behind the attacking midfielder Gallagher. Now it's up to the 11 that are out there. I don't want to push overload too soon. Still get faith we can make the breakthrough just plugging away. Houston to Gallagher, nice touch. Plays it for Burjonas. Halliday can nick it, but it should be easy for Mitchell. Come on guys, let's get this. If we win this, make the prediction that the title's ours, as long as Celtic don't win as well, of course. If Celtic lose and we win, it's over. Haksabanovic whips it. O'Halloran can't win it. Falls to Edward. Oh, how does he miss? He's hit the bar on the volley from about, what, 6 yards or so. Now we want to overload it. 15 minutes left to go, needing a win. Oh dear, Gillespie's corner. Hamilton pushing for the win too. Boyle, closed down by Fernandez, pings it to Gomez. Close him down, come on, don't let him get it crossed. Gomez out wide, we let him get it crossed. Koulibaly. That's exactly why I said don't let him get it crossed. Now Fernandez is going to have to go up as a target man. We play a precarious 3 at the back. And we're just going to have to launch it. Right, come on, at least get me a point. Henderson, Mitchell, Akers to cross. Takes a touch, pings it in. It's a terrible ball. Halliday away, Houston. Right, show him how to cross, Houston. Good ball, O'Halloran. Drill it across, in it goes. Bounces across everybody, and a penalty's given. Not entirely sure what we got it for, but the penalty's given. It will be O'Halloran. Come on for a point. And there it is, 2-2. Now let's be greedy and push forward for a third. Come on, we can get it still. I'm going to leave Fernandez up there, I don't care, I want the 3. 45 seconds or so left. Halliday plays it in behind for Koulibaly. It's going to be Houston's, right, or Fulton's, pardon me. I don't think there's going to be another chance. 35 seconds left. It really has to go right on top of the 2 up top right now. It's a ball for Haksabanovic. It's easy for Boyle. Falls to Haksabanovic. We need to get it forward now though to get a goal. But Jonas out wide. Nah. It's going to end 2 each. Skondras back to the goalkeeper. Forward for Gomez. Right, just don't let them get a third. Koulibaly. Cardoso's challenge is good. 10 seconds left. Halliday now. Inside Henderson. Back to Fulton who'll launch it. Right. Fernandez launches it. Ah, it's a poor ball. And it is over at 2 each. Well, do you know what? I'm no happy with that. Let's aggressively tell them it's no good enough. But kind of got saved a little bit by the penalty and the fact St Johnstone got an unexpected win over Celtic. We're now 10 clear and Celtic have the 1 in hand. We will see how Celtic get on at McDermott Park after we look through how our boys got on loan. Ross McCrory, pretty good as County beat Livy. Fopala, really good as he scores the 2 consolation goals as Livy lose to County. Robin McCrory playing well, pardon me, as Partick beat Dunfermline. Ditto Milanese. Jay Duncan playing really well. Stenos Muirwin, Gareth Harris okay. Danny Finlayson not playing well as Morton go down to Motherwell. Isaac Ahmed playing okay as Morton go down to Motherwell. Nicky Hogarth playing okay as Wraith get a 0-0. Mark Winus playing well in the 2-0 for Annan. Dominic Lydon playing well as well despite getting beat 2-0 by Annan. And that's us on our winter break now. Celtic will play in 3 days time at McDermott Park against the team who just beat them at Parkhead. So we will get to see what's going to happen in that game before we go. Ryan Jack wants more game time. Sorry, but Cataldi's in such good form and he's happy with that, thankfully. I don't want to lose Ryan Jack. West Ham have dismissed our Haksabanovic bid. Let's put in an actual bid then. Let's bid 5 million and see what they say. 58 million. Yeah, fair enough. Guess who won't be staying at Rangers then? We're counting on a St Johnstone double back to back over Celtic here. Or even a 1-1 again or something. Cardoso linked to Southampton. Yep, he is about to go to Southampton. And Aidan Wilson going as a first team player down to Inverness, or up to Inverness we should say. Kelly beat Ayr. I think Ayr are probably going to end up finishing bottom despite playing well. They've managed to stay off the bottom all the way up to now, but I fear with St Johnstone resurgent they may be teetering a bit. Just waiting to see if the deal for Cardoso is going to go through. Who's this wee Brazilian at Sporting Lisbon? He looks a player. Looks a right player actually. When was a scout report from? Scout report from the 3rd. Says he'd be available for 6.75 million. Hell yeah, let's try and bid for him. 6.75 million. Boom, there you go. See if we can get him. He looks a classy young player, man. Andy Gilmore to St Mirren as a key player interests me. Alright. St Mirren playing down in the Championship, is that right? They are indeed. I'm interested to see how they get on. How's their young prospect, Ronan Miller? Scout him as well. I like that thing, the young prospect there, where we can just click it and try and pinch them. I do see that this video is dragging on a little bit now. Okay, key player for that young Brazilian boy. Absolutely, I'm happy with bringing him into the team. We just want to see the St Johnstone thing and then move on. Key player, 11k. That's pretty fucking good if you ask me. Minimum fee release clause 18.25 million. Yes, I will accept that. Sell on fee, nah, you're not getting that. Everything else I like. This would be a hell of a good deal. Hope the Home Office doesn't block it with the stupid work permit. St Johnstone, Kelly, come on, Celtic, come on, St Johnstone. Come on, do the damage again. And it is back-to-back victories over Celtic for St Johnstone, leaving us, as we go into the winter break, 10 points clear and looking very, very good for retaining the title. What the hell happened this time? Murray Davidson, the 74th minute. Celtic are falling to pieces, man. What about Tielemans? Does anybody want him yet? I think he'll be leaving Celtic soon enough. Terrible. And how's Claudio looking? Need to scout him. He looks bang average anyway. There was one thing I wanted to do and now I can't remember what it was. Just before we leave, I was wanting to look at something. No, it's gone. I don't know what I was going to look at there. But that is going to be it for the episode. It's disappointing we couldn't make it 3 for 3 there when we were away at Hamilton. The 2-2 there. Although given the nature of the way we equalised late on, I will take it. And that point does give us an extra bit of breathing space over Celtic. We can now win the league. Let's see if we can win another 17 minutes. If we can win another 14 games, then we're guaranteed the title. I'm also going to have a little look at Scott Wright from Aberdeen making inquiries, playing very well. He's on the left hand side where we need a player. He's an inside forward, which is what we use, so definitely want to take a look at him. A good young Scottish player. See how much we'd have to pay to get him. So rounding up the league table, pardon me, as we go into the winter break, we are top with 51 points. Celtic are second with 41. Hearts in third actually have 40. Then Aberdeen in fourth have 37. So they're all well within contention of second place if Celtic don't shape up. Ourselves, we look to be far and away, we look to be the better team. We'll look a little look at a couple of players here. Indy Boonen, for example, at Hibs, does he look a player? We'll have a scout on him on loan from Man United. Kevin O'Hara, nah, not so much. I was just looking at him because he's on the top of the assist board here. But I think, oh, I know what I wanted to look at. There's a Hibs player who Stoke are bidding for at the moment. Where is he? There you are, Jamie Crichton. He's a 17-year-old striker. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on him if he's going to be good enough for an English Premier League side to bid on when he's young. Is he their key youth prospect? He is indeed. Anyway, as I say, I'm aware the episode's dragging on a little bit now. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Moving clear of Celtic going into the break. Of course, Celtic are at Ibrox when we come back. If we could win that and go 13 clear, I would say it would be absolutely over. Still not over quite yet. You never know. We could hit a terrible patch of form and Celtic could come back and do us. Celtic do still have to face us 3 more times. So if we were to lose to them 3 times, that only gives us a 1 point breathing space. You never know, and we do have a pretty abysmal record when we go up against them head to head. So you never know, it's not quite secure yet. We need to come back from the break and beat them at Ibrox, go 13 clear, then I'll be more confident we can maybe start bleeding some youngsters. Obviously we've got Cardoso possibly going out and that Brazilian lad possibly coming in, as well as a couple of other irons in the fire. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, even though we couldn't quite go 3 for 3. Long episode today, well over half. In fact, we're at 46 minutes already, that's incredible. But I wanted to show some transfer stuff as well as the games. As I say, hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video. And of course, to follow this series, you can subscribe to the channel. And yeah, basically just want to say thank you for that, and I'll see you next time when we're discussing a little bit of transfers. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to make a commitment yet whether next episode will be the Celtic game or if it will just be a brief one on the transfers. But whatever it is, I will see you next time when we will at least be discussing some transfer news.